Welcome back to the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show.
In the last two seasons, Tom Izzo has had first-year assistants on his staff. Former Spartan Mark Montgomery returned to East Lansing last year, and then this past summer, he brought in Thomas Kelly, who was a part of his first Final Four team in 1999. Prior to coming back home, as Kelly likes to say, he was an assistant at Western Michigan for 4 years and shared with Ian Kress this week the moment he knew he was born to be a coach.
For you now, in your first year as an assistant here at Michigan State, how have things been going the first couple of months into the season?
Been going great. I mean, pretty much all I can ask for. The energy, the excitement of everything. I mean, it feels good to be back, and it's going exactly how I expected it would be.
What has been the biggest difference in terms of coming from Western Michigan to Michigan State with the MAC and now Big Ten?
Western was great. I mean, the people I met there, the friends I got there, Western was great. A great opportunity, helped me grow as a coach. But I always say that in this case, it's always good coming back home. I'm back home, man.
When you got the call from Coach Izzo to come back home, was it sort of like a yes right away type of thing?
I mean, of course, but it was just like, when he called and told me, it's like, man, I'm not gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry, you know what I mean? But, I was just holding it back because, when you get at it, you always envision yourself coaching back where you played at.
How much do you remember up from your playing days being able to play under Judd Heathcote and Coach Izzo?
Feels good. Last year I was a part of it. This time I am. It feels so good to win it at home for everybody.
I mean, it was great. I mean, I remember a lot. You remember the ups and downs. You remember where I always say I like to see what coach, just to see him grow as a coach and just being a part of that, small part of it, whatever, just being a part of him growing as a coach, him, Coach Garland, Coach Heath, Tom Crean. It was just a great thing to be a part of, and it helped me grow as a young man.
What would you say was your best memory? Obviously, making the Final Four in '99 probably stands out there.
So everybody back at home, I love y'all. What's up?
That one, and honestly, Coach's first Big Ten win against Indiana, because you just go into knowing how the Big Ten is so tough. And just getting that first Big Ten win at home was great, and of course the Final Four is priceless. Winning the Big Ten, all that was priceless.
When would you say you realized you wanted to be a coach? I know earlier we were talking about you wanting, or when you were younger, your mom told you something.
Yeah, my mom. I was helping out. I think I was in like junior high or early high school, and I was helping out with some younger kids and having fun, the energy of it. And my mom just saw that in me, like, well, you gonna be a coach one day. And I never took her serious on that. But I remember getting on the back end of my career, I would always come back, and I was always try to go to a football game. And Coach and I was at a football game. We talked about it, and it started planting that seed with me then. But also training kids and doing all that is. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, when you look at it.
What's the impact your mom or your parents really had with your basketball career, and how did they get you going into the sport?
I mean, they did. I mean, my parents was athletic, Both of my parents played sports. My dad played basketball and football, but my mom was a pretty good point guard herself. Let her tell it. Her quick hands and all of that. She give me her stories, but I'm from a sports family, both sides, but especially my mom's side, my Uncle Dante was key for me. He helped me go. He was a pretty good basketball player himself. So I come from a sports background, and it's in us. And then with my mom, she was always on me. Bad games, I didn't want to ride home with her because I knew I was going to get an earful. My mom played a little bit at Grand Rapids Community College, which, she had me as a young parent. And my dad was young too. My dad had an option, I think, to go play college football at Tennessee State, but they chose to stay home, got to work, I guess take care of me.
Seeing that, that work ethic that they had to take care of you and sacrifice for their own personal good, how did that help you as a young man to really become the person you are today?
It helped a lot when you talk about like my mom was big on how you carry yourself, how you act, how you treat people. She was on that with me young, how I talk. It was all big to have younger parents with their energy. It helped me grow because, they was hands-on.
Is that how you would describe yourself as a coach?
Yeah, no doubt I try to be as transparent as I can. Always try to be honest, or, always dealing with players, they want to know. And I always try to make sure I try to tell them the truth, and sometimes it's not always good, but that's how I was coached.
Kelly was undefeated against Michigan in his final season as a player, and now after 15 years, Michigan State's gymnastics team knows what it feels like to beat the Wolverines. When we come back, we're going to head over to Jennison Fieldhouse to relive Sunday's upset and how the Spartans plan to keep the momentum rolling.
Closed captioning sponsored by Hearing Life, helping Spartans love their ears. With 41 locations across Michigan, go to hearinglife.com to take a free online hearing test.